Hello, I'm very delighted to be a part of this wonderful series called Virtue in Movement. I have listened to many stories coming from various quarters of this world. In fact, it is very inspiring, and that is why I am sharing my experiences through this video. I hope somebody somewhere in this world might get inspired. I even hope that it might touch and transform them. Today, I'm going to talk about something very contemporary and also a serious crisis. It is about suicides of young people. Irrespective of countries, cultures, communities across the world are facing this crisis of young people killing themselves. I lost a friend recently when I was a graduate student. My friend is a very brilliant writer. He wanted to really become a science writer, but all that he could really achieve was writing a suicide letter before he killed himself. In his letter, he expressed his meaninglessness, the emptiness which gripped him, the hurt that he experienced from people around him. He loved nature and people, but he felt he was reduced to a number, to an identity. That is why he left us to a new world, to travel to various galaxies and stars and suns in the universe. He's not someone who really believed that death is the solution. He believed life is affirmative. But even this kind of society did not spare such a human being. His suicide really opened my eyes to the reality. When I examined the reality, I realized we were all told a lie, and even today we don't question that lie. What is this lie I'm talking about? This lie is about work, the reduced form of work as a means of survival. If you're a young man, you're expected to earn, and so you start applying for jobs and you just get some job and you start working. I am challenging this view, this notion of work as a means of survival. Rather, I would like to say that human labor is something that we should not take it for granted as work. Human labor is the relationship, the fundamental relationship between human beings and nature. That is why I say it is this human labor that determines who we are as human beings. This is not just true in India. You go anywhere, you go to tribes, go to well-developed civilized countries, go to third world countries. What is that makes human beings as human beings? It is their work. We all are different because the kind of work that we do, the kind of relationship that we share with the nature. So I would urge all of you who listen to this video to think about work as not something that happens in your life for you to earn and manage the family. I urge you to think about work as human labor, that which creates values, that which creates food, that which creates monuments, that which creates culture, that which creates art. It is because of our human labor that we create beauty, we create so many things. It should not be reduced to the economical value or GDP. So, if my argument is right, if you agree to it, if labor is so fundamental to us, then how should we rethink work? How do I have to choose my work? What is the criteria that would decide, that would help me to choose what is right kind of work? So, if anyone faces this question, then one has to really think work is something that is going to give you a meaning, a purpose in your life. When I say work has to be meaningful, it should give some purpose, and then it could be anything. In fact, just because I get some good salary, I may feel happy, and I even have the sense of achievement that I'm earning so many lakhs per annum, so many thousands per month. But that's just a superficial feeling which may disappear after few months of work. That's because you have not given a thought about what is this meaning that you're giving to. The meaning that comes out of your work is nothing but I'm managing my family, I'm managing my debts, I'm managing my kids. But the difference that I would like to bring in deciding the kind of work that all of us should do is, first of all, it should be meaningful to you as a person. It should come out of your interest, your sense of who you are. And secondly, it should be also connected to the society in which you are born. That is beyond your person. That is something that belongs to your community. The kind of work that you do cannot be separated from the good of the society in which you are living. That is the second criteria. And the third criteria is universal truth or universal beauty, universal good. It is not enough that your work is meaningful to you, but also meaningful to the society in which you are born, but also to the universe, the universal sense of justice, truth, and beauty. So, if you sum up all these three things, beginning with what is that unique thing for which you're going to live your life, you are so special, no one else is like you. No one will ever be born like you. No one had ever been like you. That sense of personal meaning that has to be specific. At the same time, it should be something meaningful to your society, resulting in the good of the society. And also, it should appeal to the universal truth, universal justice, universal brotherhood. If these three criterions are taken seriously, then one might answer this question in a way that would be his guide for his life, not just his life, his family, his community, and all the sentient beings that are part of this world. So, with this, I would like to conclude by bringing together the meaninglessness and emptiness that young people are facing due to the lack of authentic options available to them, and the nature of work that we give in, and the meaningfulness, which is virtuous meaning. Thank you very much. and thanks for the opportunity to share my experience through this Virtue in Moment series.